There is little need to introduce the Steam Deck. It's one of the top portable gaming systems for enjoying a variety of top-notch PC games away from a monitor or TV. There is therefore much wonder in store for you if you have just acquired one or are waiting for yours to arrive. You can play games, install a variety of programs, use a web browser, and much more with the power of SteamOS. Therefore, we'll guide you through the setup if you're seeking advice on how to use your new Steam Deck, locate new games, or search for docks or controllers. That said, let's get started. Number 5. Try SteamOS on the big screen with a dock. Finally, you may connect your Steam Deck to an external monitor with a dock in order to play those games on a larger screen. Although there are numerous excellent Steam Deck docks, using the official one is recommended. It contains Ethernet, DisplayPort, 3 USB-A 3.1 ports, and HDMI ports for connecting to your TV. You're ready to start once you connect your Steam Deck to a dock using USB-C and connect your dock and TV using an HDMI or DisplayPort connection. Number 4. Manage controllers or try an external controller. The Steam Deck contains built-in controls, which makes it ideal for gaming while traveling. When in gaming mode, you may customize the buttons for each game in your Steam library by selecting the controller icon on the landing page of the game. By tapping the Steam button, selecting Settings, and selecting Controller Settings while playing a game, you can adjust the controls. The Steam Deck works well with external controllers as well, and you can pair them with Bluetooth by pressing the Steam button, selecting Settings, and then selecting Bluetooth. Then, select it from the list by pressing the couple button on your controller, and you're ready to go. Number 3. Remember, there's the desktop mode and the option to install Windows for advanced users. You can also use the desktop mode on your Steam Deck to transform it into a complete PC. This is for more experienced users who might be interested in running Linux applications, as well as additional software and games in addition to those that Valve makes available on Steam. By hitting the power button and selecting Switch to Desktop, you can enter Desktop mode. Based on Arch Linux, it provides a desktop-like experience for you. To view all of your programs and start games, tap the Steam button. All applications, development, games, graphics, internet, multimedia, system, and utilities are additional areas. For instance, you can use the internet to access the Firefox or Microsoft Edge web browsers. We advise opening the Discover app, which is pinned to the bottom of your screen, to install other apps. Numerous emulators are available here. Additionally, you may potentially download and install games like Overwatch 2 from sources other than Steam in this desktop mode because of the strength of Linux and the Proton compatibility layer. Use the web browser to download the game's installer in this mode, then launch Steam and select Add a non-Steam game to add the game to your library. To run the game, select the Proton version by clicking on the game, selecting the settings gear, properties, compatibility, and finally clicking on the game. The game can then be started by returning to the standard SteamOS UI. On your Steam Deck, Windows can also be installed. You can dual boot Windows and SteamOS by creating a new partition and starting it outside from an SD card or USB drive. There are ways for you to completely replace SteamOS with Windows. This allows you to utilize the Steam Deck as a Windows PC or play more games on your portable. Number 2. Where to find games and what games to try. Downloading games that you see on Steam is not the best method to play them on your Steam Deck. To access the Steam storefront, click the Steam button and then select Store. You can download thousands of games from this location. In the Great On Deck area, we advise limiting your selection to titles that work with the Steam Deck. They are marked with a green check mark and have been approved by Valve. However, practically anything stated on this shop can be installed. Just bear in mind that games with a yellow mark will be playable but may have various faults, and those with a question mark will likely not play smoothly. A yellow check mark, for instance, could indicate anything as unimportant as the need to alter a control input. At the base of the storefront, there is a sortable list of these different categories. As we covered in the section before this, you can also install games that aren't in the Steam library. However, there's no checking to make sure they function properly on the Steam Deck. Number 1. Familiarize yourself with SteamOS. Your Steam Deck is powered by SteamOS, a specialized Linux-based operating system that is made and supplied by Valve. But unlike Windows, iOS, and Android, it features two modes, a desktop mode and a gaming mode, and puts Valve's online retailer Steam front and center. Using the touchscreen or the joysticks to navigate is simple. The system will ask you to download any updates when you unbox it and turn it on before launching the usual gaming mode. You must log in using Steam and establish a Wi-Fi connection. You may access your library from there to view your games. The most recent games you've played are displayed first, but you may scroll over to see your entire library. Pressing the Steam button will bring up several SteamOS sections: the library area, the store link, the social part for chatting with other Steam users, the media section for screenshots, and downloads for checking on the status of titles you might wish to download are all visible in the sidebar. Links to the power menu and settings are also there. The home button, which is the three dots to the right of the console, should not be mistaken with the Steam button. You may access quick settings such as brightness, audio, network, battery, and additional performance settings recommended by the game, such as overlays and frame rate limits. Oh, and once your system is booted up and been configured, you should connect it to your micro SD card if you bought one for your Steam Deck. Simply place it in the Steam Deck's bottom. Get your Steam Deck to recognize the SD card, so you can start installing and playing games on it. Press the Steam button and navigate to Settings, System, Format SD Card. The final thing you should do with your Steam Deck is to enjoy your games and have fun. Almost any game that is offered on Steam can be played on your Steam Deck, including AAA blockbusters and independent games. Using Steam Remote Play or GeForce Now, you may stream games from your computer or the cloud. By adding non-Steam games to your Steam library, you can play games that aren't on the platform. Retro games from many consoles and platforms can also be played on emulators. You have countless options with your Steam Deck. You should be aware of several restrictions and difficulties associated with your Steam Deck, though. For instance, compatibility or performance concerns may prevent some games from functioning properly or at all on your device. Some games may also be difficult to play on a portable device due to inadequate controller compatibility or user interface difficulties. A membership service or an internet connection could also be needed to play some games. Before purchasing or adding games to your Steam Deck, you should always check the system requirements and user reviews. Wow, that was a lot of fun! I hope you had a blast watching this video and learning the first things you need to do with your Steam Deck. This device is a game changer, and you can make it even better with these tips and tricks. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more epic content. Also, don't forget to leave a comment below and tell me what are your favorite games to play on your Steam Deck and what other hacks you have for it. See you in the next one!